Oh, hi. Welcome to Yoga Time with Doreen Foxwell of the Children's School of Yoga. And thank you for stopping by at the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. And as a medium, to me, yoga practice is essential. And I do some daily work. Sometimes I do yoga twice in the day, a morning and an evening set. And then sometimes I miss the morning set just through the evening. But it's become a real integral part of my practice as a psychic medium. Um, and that's basically it. So how are we doing, Doreen? Welcome.
Hey, and happy day. What is Hallows Eve? Is tomorrow night? Is it tonight?
Yes, I guess it's Hallows Eve or something like that.
Excellent. I actually changed route of what I was going to do today. I was going to do it on manifesting, and I'll do a little bit later. But I was like, oh yeah, Halloween. I'll do a lot of Halloween stuff for yoga.
Nice. Nice
so,
to see I've been dressed in black, although we're gonna do mediumship at 7. I might wear one of my fancier shirts for that, but maybe I'll just stay in black. I don't know. It's Halloween. I wish I still had my witch's hat. I'll see
um,
if I can dig that up.
that's awesome. Well, yes, I'm going to start with the black cat stretches and breathing. So it's perfect. You're in black. So we're
Okay,
going to
well,
we'll get started, and we'll get everybody down into cat pose. Okay.
okay, so we have a few people on, and to the people that commented, hi Teresa, hi Claire, and let's let me see if I can actually remember how to do this.
Okay. Or we'll be dual screen the whole time.
Oh
That's
no, that's not what I meant to do.
uh,
It's like oh, right. This is how we do it. Okay, it all came back to me.
no problem. Namaste. So we're going to start today. And I did switch gears. It's just funny. I was watching Adam's show, of course, this morning, and Tarot Time, and I had planned on manifestation, and then he was talking about manifestation, but a lot of the cards were all to me about Halloween. So I was like, I'm switching gears. We're going to do Halloween stuff. So let's get on our hands and our knees, and I'll go sideways so you can kind of see. And you can either tuck your toes under or relax them. I always give a choice. And we're going to drop our bellies, look forward to inhale. And then we're going to exhale and curve our spine like a black cat at Halloween. And then we're going to inhale again, looking up. Now you can do it fast or slow based on your own breathing. What you want to do in the black cat pose is you want to make sure that your hands are directly under your shoulders, and you want to make sure that your knees are directly under your hips. And so we're going to do a couple repetitions of this cat breath, inhaling, exhaling, really good for your back, really good for your spine, staying healthy, and really good to move that chakra energy up and down your spine when we talk about reaching higher levels in our chakras. And so in this black cat stretch, we're going to modify it a bit. And if anybody has problems with the wrists, you can come down on your forearms to do this. I know some yoga friends have problems with their wrists and carpal tunnel, so just know you can modify it down. From that breath, what we're going to do now is some stretches where we're going to bring one of our cat legs back straight as far as you can, as straight as you can, and the opposite hand forward. And look forward in front of you, though I'm looking at you sideways. And what you want to do, this is balancing your cat brain or your brain, because you're using your right and left side. And your right and left side of your brain. And then come back down. We're going to do the other side. Cats are so smart. We're going to stretch our opposite hand to opposite leg. And we're going to focus in front of us, looking in front of us as we do that. One more time, we're going to switch. You're going to do your opposite leg back. And it doesn't have to look like mine. You might only be able to do your leg a tiny bit off the floor. That's okay. That's the beauty of yoga. The beauty of yoga is you don't compare yourself to anybody but your own self. And then we're going to do the other side. And then from that, we're going to do a cat stretch that is feels so good. You lower your bottom down or your tail down. You're going to bring your hands as far forward as they will let you. And you bring your forehead down to the floor or mat. And you're going to stay there for a moment with your head down and your heels touching your bottom if you can. If you can't, open up your knees a little bit to let your belly fall through and see if your heels then touch. And keep your head down as you extend your arms forward, cats. Cats are so good at stretching, and we are not going to be a scaredy cat that like hisses and gets their hair or fur up at us. We're just going to be a nice Halloween black cat. Now, in our cat pose, it's a perfect segue to go into a shoulder stretch or a shoulder drop where you're going to place one arm under and rest on that shoulder and just stay right there, inhaling and exhaling. Stay right there, breathing in and breathing out. And then you're going to come up back into that cat pose. If you want, inhale, look up, exhale, look down. Inhale, look up, drop your belly, exhale, look down, curl your spine. Opposite arm, you're going to rest on that shoulder, lay on that shoulder a moment. Inhaling and exhaling. It feels weird to be backwards. Do that and not see you, sorry. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to come back up on all fours. Inhale, look up, cats. Exhale, look down. Now, stay in that pose one more time. Before I had you bring opposite hand to opposite foot, but this time I'm going to have you bring the same side hand to the same side foot. Trying to get my own balance to do this and bring the same side hand. Ooh, my balance was not good this time. To the same side foot. Oh, you know what? They say when you have not had a balanced week or balanced day, your balance is off. Well, there you go. My balance is a little bit off today. So I'm going to switch and try my other side. Let's see how you do on your other side. Oh, this side is easier. But holy moly, I can't balance on the other side, Adam, today, and all of our friends on tonight. And it's okay. I've been doing yoga for, oh my gosh, a very long time, over 25 years. And yeah, even I have struggles at times with the yoga. And so now what we want to do is we want to imagine that we are a pumpkin. And so pumpkins are round and hardy. And so, thank you. And we're going to squat. And so if you prefer squatting with your hands down, you can squat with your hands down. If you can't squat, if you can't get your feet flat, it's okay if they're up on your toes or balls of your feet. You can put underneath it, blanket, roll your yoga mat underneath it. But I have no issue myself squatting. I squat all day, every day with kids. And I'm very low to the ground to begin with. So let's do our pumpkin. But from our pumpkin pose, because right now is pumpkin season, some of you probably have all gone pumpkin picking already or have your pumpkins. But we're going to roll those pumpkins. So you're going to hold on to your feet. Those of you that know this pose, it's called Happy Baby. And we're going to roll that pumpkin side to side. Roll that pumpkin because we got a really giant big pumpkin that we picked out that we're going to make into a jack-o'-lantern tonight. And you can roll back up. Now we're going to talk about rolling. Hold on to those legs. Roll back. Roll forward. Let's see if you can do that again. Hold on to those legs. Roll back. Roll forward. Now, a lot of our friends have had some festivities in the past week or two, or maybe you saved it for this weekend. where you want onto a hayride or a haunted hayride. So we're going to make the wagon. We're going to turn ourselves into a wagon right now. If you have a hard time doing this pose, modify it and get on your hands and knees. You could do a wagon this way. It's okay. But if you're able to, we're going to do our wagons on this side. Reverse table pose, it's called. And in our wagons, imagine all the hay for the hay rides. And we are going to come up a little bit. And I don't even know what you call the driver of the wagon, the guy that sits in the front, or girl, I guess. We're going to be in a modified chair pose. We're going to bend our knees, bring our arms forward. And sometimes they're tractors, sometimes there's horses. There's all kinds of way they pull this hayride. But do a gentle bounce, a very gentle bounce. Very good, very good. It's always fun trying to stay on a hayride when that is going on and stuff. And then with our hayride, there's not only the pumpkins that they go to pick, right? Sometimes you go and get some apples. It's that season too. So we're going to make ourselves into a yoga tree and work on our balance again. Maybe I'll be able to balance better in a tree. So we're going to be a baby tree for those of you who might be having balance issues like I am this week, a medium-sized tree, or a great big apple tree. 'Tis the season for apples. Apples are in right now. Yummy and delicious. Red apples, golden apples. I wonder what your favorite, Macintosh apples. Oh, I miss New York apples, let me tell you. Try the other side. Let's be a tree on the other side. You could be your baby tree or your medium-sized tree or your great big tree. Your arms can be in any of the three places, or your hands in front of your heart, over your head, which I know is cut off tonight, and or outstretched. It's really a preference for yourself in which way for you feels best, which feels right, which helps you to balance the most. Last time on the other side, let's do one more round of our apple trees for our Halloween themed yoga, raising our energy, raising our vibe. Ah, so many wonderful things at Halloween time. Very good. And then I'm going to bring you down. Some of my friends like to get scared at Halloween, and they go to these crazy haunted houses. This is our haunted house pose. Once again, it's in a squat, but instead of being like the pumpkin with our arms, we're going to have our arms over our head. Now I'm going to ask you, close your eyes for a moment and picture it being very dark as you inhale and exhale. And again, if you can't keep your hands overhead, you could hold on to the side. If you need to be up on your toes to do this, that's fine too. But picture a haunted house and what your haunted house looks like. And from this squat, we are actually going to go into the spider pose. This is a pose that's a little bit more advanced. If this is all you can do to be a spider, that's fine. But my more advanced yogis that are on this, your hands kind of go under your legs. Can you see them out there? And imagine walking spiders with all those spider legs all around. And so that's a little bit more advanced. You need a little bit more flexibility in your body to do it. So if you're a beginner, please don't fret. It's okay. Keep your hands in front of you to just be like the spiders and stuff. But that is our spider pose. See lots of spiders at Halloween. Sometimes we have spiders on a web. So we're going to come on our belly and we're going to stretch out our legs and stretch out our arms. And imagine we are flying on our web. I'm not quite sure what they call it, what they do on a web once their web is made. I'll call it flying because that's what it kind of looks like to me. Soaring, moving on their web. Let's imagine we're doing that, spiders. And then I'm going to have you rest for a moment, because I know for me, these are like that to do. But for you, if you're a beginner, it might be a little bit challenging. So rest. Rest your head. Rest your body. Take a moment. Close your eyes and breathe. I'm only going to give you a moment to rest because we have more Halloween fun things to do today. And so our next one has to be the werewolf. Yay! And so the werewolf, if you know upward dog or downward dog, upward dog, that's what we're going to do. So those of you that know downward dog, we've done downward dog many times, I believe. Upward dog is lowering yourself, but not letting your legs hit and looking up. Oh, I hope you howl better than me. Or you go back to up downward dog and you lower yourself to upward dog. They're kind of like push-ups, yoga push-ups. Downward dog. Upward dog. You can howl at the moon tonight on Old Hallows Eve. And downward dog. And upward dog. Huh. That is a lot of work. And you can keep doing that. I use downward dog, upward dog, or the werewolf pose in my teen classes when somebody is saying a word they shouldn't say, anything like that. They have to do 10 downward dog, upward dogs. So keep that in mind for your teens if you have teens or grandkids. So that's always a good thing to use for them. Now, we are going to pretend on our head, use your fingers, it's called finger dancing, that you have your witch's or wizard's hat on. Adam and I were just discussing this right before class. So it's okay if you don't have your witch's or wizard's hat. You're going to kind of tickle your scalp, tickle your head, kind of go all around. Now, I love different methods of healing. Adam and Heather are such experts on healing, but I'm someone who gets a lot of headaches. And if you're someone who gets a lot of headaches too, it's always good to kind of peel back to help a headache, or to go across your head, your temples, all the way down for your headaches too. And so today our witch's hat is on, so we are going to be a witch or a wizard, and we are going to get on to our flying broomsticks. So this is another balance pose. I think we need some balance in our lives today. So you're going to go into warrior 3, into your balance pose now. I'm almost crashing into my walls today. I was telling Adam I'm reversed in my house today. I chose not to be in the studio today. I've been in the studio too much this weekend. And so if you want to hold on to your own house walls, it helps to do your warrior 3. But if you'd like to really work on your balance skills, you went back away from it to do your warrior 3. I'm going to go on to the other side for our friends that are newbies or newer to yoga, might not be as advanced. We're going to do the same thing on our other side in warrior 3. You try to have a straight leg that you're standing on, but if your leg shakes or it bends a little bit, it's okay. And that is our flying broomsticks for our witches and our wizards. And then I'm going to come down for a moment because some of my witches and wizards will make all kinds of potions. This is the time for those of you that live off the earth, all of you witches and wizards, and there's so many names for our friends that are into that wonderful magic of nature. And so we are going to imagine this is a black cauldron, feet are together, holding on, and we're mixing it up. Let's mix up whatever magic potion you're making. poof. And we're gonna mix up our magic potion. And when you do this to your body, this pose is really good for your hips. This pose is really good for any blocked energy down low, or your lower back or your front, your lower chakras. This is a very good pose to kind of alleviate that or let those blocks clear. And so in yoga, we are about the chakras and clearing the chakras in a lot of our yoga classes. And this one is helping with that root chakra, working its energy up your spine, keeping your spine as healthy as you can. And so I wonder what kind of magic potion that you're making. And initially I had told Adam I wanted to do a manifesting class. So I think maybe next month I'll do that, because I had just moved into my newest yoga studio after being in storage for 2.5 years. During the pandemic, I moved all of my yoga studio into a storage unit. And for 2.5 years, I manifested what I wanted my next studio to look like. And this studio, I found a little less than a month ago, checked every box. And every new moon, I manifested. I manifested away every single new moon. It only took about 2.5 years, but it fits the bill. Everything I wanted in a studio. So I'm so happy and so excited. But next month, I will probably do a class more on yoga and manifesting with yoga. But now that we've made enough of our witch's brew, let's honor the moon. The moon is such an amazing thing. And in yoga, we have many moon poses. This is crescent moon. Let's go reach up and honor the crescent moons. And let's try the other side. So you bend your front leg, you stretch out your back, bring your arms up. I guess I'm not explaining as good tonight. Sorry. I've had a lot going on this week. Look up, breathe in and out. Honor that crescent moon. Such a beautiful moon, that crescent moon. And then we are going to honor the half moon. Now, I think, I'm trying to see which wall. It's this wall. Okay, great. I'm going to show you how to do half moon with a wall. So if you have a wall in your house, you can use your wall to do half moon. And so what we do is we go against it as close as we can get, and you literally slide down your wall. And the wall helps hold you up. And this is your half moon. Now, if you are an advanced yogi, you don't necessarily need to lean against a wall to do your pose. But I know there's so many people that watch Adam's video with so many different levels that I don't want anyone to be discouraged that something looks very difficult, because yoga is for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And I have had the pleasure and honor, I'll say, of learning many different yoga styles that I have taken. I have taken everything from Ashtanga to Anusara to Kundalini to Iyengar. There's probably more. Hatha is kind of the whole thing of yoga. So it is a great, great thing if you can try different yoga styles with different yoga teachers to see what resonates with you. I know right now I'm actually in a Kundalini course that it's resonating with me so much, but I'm doing a lot more of mudras and chanting that I personally love, because I love using my voice and singing and chanting. And so with that, we did our crescent and our half moon. Oh, I forgot the full moon. Now that's coming up in 2 weeks. The full moon is probably the most advanced one to try to do. If you can't do the full moon, it's totally okay. You probably have kids and grandkids that can do the full moon, no problem. The kids love to go into this pose. And so the full moon is going on your back, your hands go overhead, and you're gonna push yourself up into the full moon pose. Now in yoga, we sometimes will call that the wheel pose, but in gymnastics and dance, it is called the bridge pose. In yoga, the bridge pose is something totally different. So now that we've honored the moon, the full moon and stuff, there's one last moon to do. We just had it. I should have started with that one, Adam. The new moon. We're going to be the new moon, really dark. Get really dark. And quiet. And that's the new moon pose that I like to call it. And then, my friends, we are going to shake everything out. So we're going to start shaking our arms out. And imagine like either a skeleton or a scarecrow. You're going to shake your head out. You're going to shake your body out. You're going to shake your legs out. You're going to shake everything out, my friends. Let's just shake it all. And then you can do some twists. You can shake and twist at the same time, or just twist. Plant your feet, though. Make sure your feet are planted really well as you twist and turn. If this makes you dizzy, keep your head forward and just twist your arms. Okay, but if you don't get dizzy, twist everything. And then we're going to come down when you're ready. We're going to come all the way down. All the way down. Now, before we go down into poses we're going to do on our back, I want to show you the vampire Dracula pose. Wonder if anybody's dressing up as that. Legs are straight in front of you, arms holding your shoulders. We're going to slowly go back. Slowly lower yourself down. Whoops. All right, now how many of you think you can get up without your hands? I don't know if I can do it. Adam, I wonder if you can do it. But ready, set, let's try to, oh, I cannot do it tonight. Try to come up as best as you can. And one more time, we're gonna lower ourselves down. Oh, it's so much fun to laugh at yourself. I hope you laugh at yourself because you need to have humor in these days and times. And one more time, come up. Oh, just had to give myself a little push. Now, before we go down and do our poses on our back and go into corpse pose, perfect one to end with tonight, or Shavasana, I want to share one manifestation chant that I was doing today. Actually not manifestation, I'm sorry. It was a chant that helped change my mood. Adam's the only one aware that I was having a very emotional day. And I was like, I hope I can get through yoga without crying today. And I tried every mudra when you use your hands and every chant in the book that I knew. But this chant totally changed my outcome and how I was feeling. So I'm going to share it before we go down and rest, because maybe some of you are affected by the Mars energy today that changed and went into retrograde. Mars is strong in my chart, and it really was affecting me, I think, today. So you're going to make the peace sign. You're going to shake your hands, and you're going to repeat with me. I am happy. I am good. I am happy. I am good. Hands in namaste or prayer pose down to your root chakra. Satnam. Satnam, heart chakra. Satnam, third eye chakra. G. Waheguru, 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 G. One more time. Satnam, 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 G. Waheguru, 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 G. I'm going to go a little bit faster. And it's funny, I think Adam also talked about guru today, so you have to go back and watch his tarot time and the meaning of guru. Sat is truth and Nam means essence. And Waheguru is like to the great guru, honoring the great guru. So I am happy. I am good. I am happy. I am good. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Happy. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. And let me tell you, I was using some explicits while I was doing this today outside in nature because I tried everything else and that helped. So I hope it helps you if you're affected by the Mars energy going retrograde today. So let's go down onto our backs for the final part of yoga. So we're going to go onto our backs, and we are going to bring our knees up and our arms out to the side. We're going to let our knees drop to one side, look the other way, but don't let them hit the floor. Leave them an inch off the floor. Now the breath. Inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, drop your knees to the other side. Look the opposite way. Inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, drop your knees down. Look the opposite way. Now we're going to bring our knees up. We're going to bring one leg down. We're going to bring our opposite hand to our opposite knee. We're going to stretch that knee across our body and look the opposite way. We're going to bring that knee back up and drop that knee down. Now we're going to bring the opposite knee up. Grab hold of that knee. Stretch that knee across your body. Look the opposite way. Bring that knee up and let that knee drop right down low. Notice how you're feeling for a moment. Don't move anything for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Sometimes I notice you might feel more stretched out, relaxed, or you might be sensing that there are parts of your body that still need a little bit of work. So we're going to bend our knees, our feet are flat, our hands are going to come down to touch our heels if you can, if your body allows. Not every body is the same. Not everybody's hands can touch their feet in this pose. And this is the yoga bridge, where we're going to raise our belly up, look up towards the ceiling. Keep your neck soft. Do not crunch your neck. Do not try to look at the screen now. Look up at the ceiling. This pose is really good for your overall spine health, your legs. This is a great pose. But if you do it the wrong way, you could injure yourself. So please be very careful when you're doing this pose. Lower your back slowly and gently. Hug your knees into your chest. And if you want to make it more advanced, you bring your head up. And then we're going to do the more advanced version. This is not for the beginners. Just do bridge like this. The more advanced friends are going to go up on their tippy toes and or raise a leg up. That's for more advanced. But again, keep your head looking up. Do not try to look at the screen while you're doing this. If you brought one of your legs up, switch and bring the other leg up. And then you're going to bring that down. And the other advanced part of this is raising your arms overhead if you'd like. But you have to be very strong in your core, in your hamstrings, in your thighs to keep your body up if your arms are going overhead. And then lower your back very slowly. Hug your knees to your chest one last time. Gently rock side to side and massage your lower back. This pose is very good for your lower back. Hope that helps you, Adam. Feel a little better in your lower back. This is a really good one to give you your own little massage. And when you're ready, yoga friends, we're going to release our arms. We're going to release our legs. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to open our legs a little bit tonight. Don't have them totally touching and straight. Open them up, arms out. You're going to end today's class in corpse pose. This is corpse pose, perfect for Halloween. Close your eyes and notice how every part of you is just still. Notice how your body feels when you're not moving, when you're not talking, when all you have to do is just relax and be still. Or, as our friends on the Medium channel like to say, listen, silent. our friend Sharita. Silent and listen. Listen to your body. Inhale and exhale softly and slowly, breathing in and breathing out. If there's any part of your body that's sore and tender, focus your breathing where you imagine your breath is traveling to that part of your body as you inhale. And as you exhale, you imagine your breath is releasing that tender soreness in your body. Those muscle aches are melting away. We're just going to stay down in corpse pose for a minute or two as we breathe in and breathe out tonight. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing in and breathing out. My ears are actually ringing right now. I don't know if it is all of the spirit activity that's coming for Adam's show tonight at 7, but this is the first time I've done yoga for you, Adam, in the past year, where I've got a lot of sensations around me. I think you're going to have a lot of great messages tonight for our friends who are going to join your free event. Take another moment or two, inhaling and exhaling. Notice how you're feeling, how your body's feeling. And if for any reason you can't lay on your back, I should have said, anyone pregnant in the last trimester, don't lay on your back. Please lay on your side. I'm so sorry, I forgot my little warnings today in class, or little cues, I should say. If you prefer to lay on your side, you can definitely rest on your side, curled up in the very beautiful natal pose, natal position. I love the natal pose, natal position. This is a great pose for kids and adults. It gives you a lot of comfort to be in this pose. I kind of felt like I wanted to curl up like this today. I didn't. I should have. It might have helped, but I didn't. And so I actually tell people that when the pandemic first hit, I felt like those first 9 months I curled up in this fetal position. And then I birthed a new idea with my kids' yoga meets astrology. And so this position reminds me of that time. We've come out of that time, thankfully. And so when you're ready, we're going to slowly push ourselves up. Slowly push yourself up. Your back, your head, your neck, they should not just jump up. They should roll up or be the last things to come up. And so again, everybody's body shapes are so different, and everybody has different flexibility and different levels. And so I really hope you enjoyed this lighthearted, fun, Halloween-themed yoga class tonight. Oh, thank you, Adam. And so we're going to place our hands together, and we're going to rub them together tonight. We're going to bring the two sides of the brain together, the critical and the creative. Let's bring those two sides of the brain together. And then once they're warm and they've generated heat, put your thumbs up against your heart, right in that nook. If you're a woman, you have to put it right in that nook. And so we're going to take a deep breath in. When we breathe out, let's do a nice big Namaste, Adam. Thank you for having me on the panel tonight. I hope you have.
Oh, that was great. I love the Halloween yoga. That was so creative. Thank you.
My pleasure. I hope everyone has a beautiful Halloween, and I can't wait to see your show tonight because I have a feeling the spirits are around tonight.
Oh, they are. I mean, they always are, but this time of year especially. And it varies day by day. Also, just because it's near Halloween doesn't mean every moment the veils are going to be wide open. But Mars being stationed, I think that helps open up a portal also. So, in any event, if anybody wants to contact Doreen, her website is on your screen. So whether you want to contact her about yoga for children or children at heart, Doreen's the person to talk to. So
Thank you,
thank
Adam.
you. And I guess that's about it. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. When my back is solid, I actually can come up using my stomach muscles from that pose. So I just figured you were asking me, and I
Are
didn't
you
want to
talking about
interrupt you
this
in the
one?
middle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can do that, but not now. I have a chronic back stuff that's really been acting up a lot lately. I think it's energy and shifting. I think it's like something removing some like security because it's all like root chakra and sacral chakra, that part of my back. So I think it's really just energy moving, and I'm just feeling the symptoms. So, but
Well, if
I
anybody else probably had the same issue tonight, you're still on live, right? We're still on live.
we're
So
still live. Yes, there's
okay,
actually there's still an audience. Yes.
okay, just checking. But yes, that one is tough. I mean, that's
Yeah.
tough. I don't have back issues, and that was tough for me tonight. But like I said, I have not had a balanced week. I was moving into my studio
Mm,
all week
yeah,
unpacking.
sure.
So when you're not a balanced week, you have a hard time actually doing yoga. Thank God I have yoga in my life.
Thank
So
God. I think that's when we need yoga. When we can't balance is when we need to do balance postures, basically.
definitely, definitely. But thank you for the tonight. I hope everyone had a nice little mini class before they open up to you and to the spirits and for all.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of folks on. I better talk fast and get a lot of messages out there. All right, well, that's at 7 Eastern time for anybody that wants to do. Yeah, it's live mediumship. It's in the group setting. I'll get the messages, and you then have to rely on the chat. The live chat for to get the validations to know that I'm with you. And when I make that connection, then I'll see what else they have to say. Then in a perfect world, I'll get the evidence. It'll only go to one person, get the message, move on to the next person. But in mediumship, it's seldom a perfect world. Um,
Yeah,
especially with
they're wonderful. Your messages are so on point. They're
thank
amazing.
you.
I love watching all the time, even if I don't get I love watching and hearing the messages for others because it brings everybody such comfort and joy and closure sometimes that they need, or just that validation too.
Yeah, and it's a message for everybody, and that's how it works in a group. That your loved one may not specifically come through, but the spirits are around, and a lot of times I'll do messages, and then people will contact me later and say I could have taken all of that also, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that means that your loved one was blending with the spirit that was coming through. We call it piggybacking in mediumship. It's like if I say, okay, there's somebody named John with a heart attack who's a father, and I've got like 80 people on the live thread. There's probably about 15 Johns that are fathers that had a heart attack with 80 people, and I'll get about 3 or 4 of them coming through, at the same time. So it's an energy. So it's kind of like you might be in a crowd and you hear your name and you're like, what? Did somebody call me? And you step forward, and that's kind of how the spirits sort of work also in that way. So anyhow.
Well, thank you everyone who joined, and for those that are going to watch after the fact, I hope that you enjoyed today's Halloween event, even if it's after Halloween. Still is good for you.
It's so good. Yeah, we go all the way through Scorpio season. So this yoga class is good right through the end of November. So we're good.
Okay, that's good.
And any time of the year, any time of the year, because these are valid yoga poses. Not like you made them up just for Halloween. You just kind of put together a set
Right.
that's Halloween
Just
oriented.
the names for
Yeah,
the kids yoga world. We just change the names. That's all.
that's fine. Yeah, we're all kids at heart. It's when we
We
stop
are.
being children is when the trouble starts. So.
Oh, it's so true. So true. I love working with kids, but all right. Well, good night,
All
everybody.
right. Well, good night, everyone. Thank you. So I'll be
Great holiday.
meditating a few minutes and getting ready, and I'll see you guys at 7. Bye.